Hello, Spoiler TV fans. My name is Christina Almeida, and today I have the pleasure of interviewing Canadian actor Reid Price. He's a versatile talent known for his roles in hit TV shows like The Sinner and From. Most recently, you can catch him captivating audiences as Rob Shandon on the popular series Sullivan's Crossing. But his creativity doesn't stop there. He's also a powerhouse in the world of video game development, working as a creative director, writer, 3D artist, and sound designer on numerous titles for Nintendo, PlayStation, and Xbox. Sit back and enjoy this interview. How's it going in Halifax?
Oh, it's good. It's good. Rainy day today, but all good in the hood.
That's awesome. So I'm Canadian. I get super pumped when I see Canadians doing awesome things.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm
It's
like, I have to
exciting.
reach out to you because it'd be great to talk to you. So
Yeah, absolutely. Where are you from?
I'm from Winnipeg.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, not really, but it's been good
I
to me so far.
know every time Winnipeg comes up, I hear all the jokes, and
Oh, yes.
I've been there once. I've been there once. I enjoy
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. So one of the things I thought was really interesting was that you're from Toronto, you're from London, Ontario, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So what brought you to Halifax?
Well, it wasn't acting actually, even though
Okay.
I had been just kind of getting rolling with acting and an agent. I moved here about 7 years ago for my main work, my other career, if you will, which
Yeah,
is it's in video game development.
which is
So
awesome.
yeah, it is. I love making games. I always will. I've had an interest in video games since I could remember. So
That's awesome.
yeah,
Yeah.
I moved out here to be a studio head at Red Meat Games, we're called.
Yeah. And then all these jobs just started coming for you. Hey, yeah. What was
Yeah,
it like working on things like The Sinner and From and
yeah, it's really cool. Like I always wish I was like would get more excited, but I got it within me. But I'm like so chilled. I think it's from my sports days and athlete days where I'm like relaxed about these things. But that's why I like it when other people get excited for me. I get to see more. My girlfriend and friends and
yeah, for
family
sure.
excitement. But I started out doing stand-up comedy, then started hosting some local television shows, and then got out of comedy and got an agent and started booking some commercials. And then I moved to Nova Scotia, where I am now, Halifax, Nova Scotia, and things opened up even more. I was just getting rolling in Toronto with booking some commercials, and then I took the great offer to be studio head here, and then my world opened up. And then, like a few years down the road, I'm on shows like The Sinner, and
Which is
now
amazing.
Sullivan's Crossing, From,
Yeah.
and so many other great shows and opportunities. I'm really always kind of beside myself, looking over, just being like, wow, this.
You know, it's funny. I watched The Sinner, but I didn't realize you were in it. And then I went back and I'm like, oh my goodness, how did I not realize that? So,
Yeah, hopefully that
yeah,
was a nice surprise.
it
Yeah,
was a nice surprise. Yeah, for sure.
yeah, that was a lot of fun, man. And working with Bill Pullman,
Oh,
awesome. What a beauty. And
yeah.
I really had a great time on that. And I was every time you book a role, you're hoping you bring what they need. You're hoping you're good enough. And I'm always learning. And Bill was really supportive in all the right ways without making it weird or without belittling or anything. It was more than I could ever ask for. So good.
Amazing. Those are the best teachers, right?
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. So, how did Sullivan's Crossing come about?
Yeah, I got a email or a call from my agent, Scott Merritt, back in Ontario, and said this show looks great. Got an audition for you for a character named Rob Shandon, and I always like the name Shandon for silly reason. It's close to the name Shanahan, and he's one of my favorite hockey players growing up.
Hockey.
And so it's always like I'm like, okay, that's a slight extra push I pull from. Yeah, big hockey guy, obviously,
Yeah.
Canada.
Oh, yeah.
But I got that audition, did the best I could. We all self-tape now from home like 90% of the time. So I sent in a tape, and I don't know, probably a few weeks later, I got great news that I booked it. My agent called me and said, hey,
Nice.
you might want to sit down for this one. And I did. He told me the good news. And yeah, to this date, it's my biggest booking probably.
That, that's awesome. Yeah. I mean, you're perfect for the role.
Thank you.
We're really enjoying you. What do you enjoy about playing Rob?
Yeah, so Rob is a character that's being fully worked out with a lot of depth.
Mm-hmm.
So, on The Sinner, I show up as the kind of mean adversary detective, and
Yeah.
I don't want to call it one dimensional, but you got a fairly simple thing here. Rob's got a lot of depth, and as an actor, um, that's the stuff you want. You want to dive in, and you want to feel the hurt, you want to feel the confusion and confliction, and so Rob has got a lot of layers, and
Yeah.
trying to pull that out, and it's all written in the scripts beautifully for me, and trying to find how to bring that to life is it's good work, and it's hard work, and it's the work that actors dream of. So
Yeah.
that's what I was so happy to book that role. Yeah.
For sure. And that's what I love is, well, the writing on the show is incredible, but like the characters are so layered and their arcs are done so beautifully. So, um, you're having a lot of emotional scenes this season.
Yeah.
The hurricane with Finn, and and then this new relationship that's sort of budding. So how do you prepare for such emotional scenes?
Yeah, so I go over the scenes a lot. I often chat with my girlfriend about the scenes, but at the same time, actually, I try not to tell her everything because she's a huge fan of the show.
Don't spoil it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'd be in trouble if I did. I really do my best to pull from real life experiences. Whenever I approach acting, I try to get away with injecting as much as myself into the character as I can. The most authentic person I'm most familiar with is myself. So with these deep roles, I'm considering how Rob would feel and also how I would feel.
Yeah.
And, we bring those things together. And sometimes you're surprised on the day. That scene I filmed with Lindura, my TV sister, in the diner during the storm. While we were filming that, it was more emotional than I thought. Now, that might have been because I misinterpreted. That might have been because I didn't prepare enough. That might have been because sometimes you're just surprised as an actor at what comes out. The words are all right there. It's not always overly descriptive, which is nice. The words cannot describe themselves appropriately. But yeah, that scene when I was filming it with Lindura, I was like, oh my gosh. I knew I'd feel something, but I'm feeling more. And then a lot of, different little behavioral patterns will come out when that happens. And I think that's really exciting as an actor because I'm fairly fresh. So I'm discovering and exploring a lot of things and being open to these things happening on the day. And I think if I pull from my stand-up comedy days, I feel like I'm pretty good at pivoting and moving on the spot as I need to from director direction, or from me feeling things that I was like, oh, this is a little different than I practiced. I have a moment to yourself, have a moment, consider, think, and try to bring what's coming out.
Yeah.
And you hope everybody likes it.
Well, I'm pretty sure everybody loves it so far. And it's organic that way, right? So, yeah, I think that's awesome. So, one of the things that everybody talks about is the scenery in Sullivan's Crossing. Like, Halifax is unbelievable. Yeah. And so, what's it like filming there?
Well, it's amazing. Like I got a beautiful view of the harbor out the window there, but the light just blows me away, and then you can't see me. And who wants that? It's really rainy out today, actually. It would have been too bad, but I got views right here, and I always said I'll never take that for granted. My mom's from Nova Scotia. She's from a few hours away in Weymouth Falls, Nova Scotia, and a big family. She had 14 siblings.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
So I got people everywhere here. I see people walking down the street, and they kind of look like my people, and I've met a few cousins that way. So there's the family dynamic here and connection, and then the scenery and the visuals. To live here has been amazing. I always say it'd be a hard place to leave, and I kind of err on that side of caution of, is the Nova Scotia forever, or are you going to move around like you always have in your life? And so far, it's been 7 years. It's pretty good for me.
That is a good run, yeah.
It'll be a hard place to leave. And, you get the local hospitality, the local vibes, you film everywhere, all these beautiful scenes, and down-to-earth people, down-to-earth community, man. I love it here.
That's awesome. What's the atmosphere like on set with everyone? Do you guys get along well? Yeah, it's like a little
Oh
family.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We are 2 seasons in now, so it's like
Mhm.
officially a family. Season one,
Yes,
we'll say it's family, but season two's got to like solidify it.
that's so true. Yes.
And I really feel that. I feel well. First of all, I watch this show and I'm just in awe of all the actors. Truly in awe.
Right. Yeah.
Truly in awe, and it's inspiring
Mhm.
and amazing to watch these people work. And Morgan Cohan as a lead is incredible, incredible. And I say it over and over again how amazing she is. And so what I'm really getting at there is it's just a privilege to be with these people,
Right.
be around them, and to learn from them and to watch them. And they're all so professional. And I've got to know Chad and his family pretty well, and that's been really nice. Really down to earth guy. We relate on a lot of things, so we became easy buds. And man, everyone's really nice, and the actors get along really, really well. Yeah,
That's awesome.
we have a family dynamic. And whenever my TV sister, as I call her, shows up, Lindsay, a big hug, and it's like, oh my gosh, where have you been? Give me a hug.
You guys, I don't know, the casting was incredible. Like it's just you guys feel like real life siblings. So
Yeah, yeah, that's Roma, man. She's got
yes.
a sharp eye. She's
Hmm.
very good at that.
Yeah,
She knows. She's a thinker and a feeler, and when those things come together, you can create really great things. She's very passionate, and she knows how to pick them.
yeah, absolutely. Every single character, it's just amazing. It really is.
Yes.
Did you, okay, so you probably anticipated that the show would be popular, but did you anticipate that it would be this popular?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, I remember towards the end of season one, I was sitting in the outpost with
Mhm.
Morgan and Andrea. Oh, I love Andrea too. I love
Yes,
everybody, but
I
oh man.
know.
um, and I said something that was a little bold because I don't know. Everyone's got not phobias. What's it called when you're worried about saying the wrong, jinxing things?
Yeah.
Anyways, I kind of whispered to them both. I said, I think we got a really good show on our hands here. And that was if you know what I mean.
Hmm.
And then it was kind of bold of me. I guess I get on set and I get in great moods because I'm so excited to be there. And then, sometimes I say things that maybe would be like, don't say that. You that. But I remember Morgan saying, I think so too. I think so too. And it was very genuine. And I liked hearing that from her because she's
Right.
worked on the show way more than me. And it's towards the end of season one. So that was kind of my little poke.
I love that.
And yeah, so that was a feeling we had rather early that it was going to be a hit. We know how it's tethered to Virgin River and the success that show had.
Yes.
It's built upon a wonderful paradigm that works very well. I've learned to appreciate these kind of shows. I'm definitely a fan of the show,
Hmm.
and yeah, as we're about 3/4 into season two, just like our on-set family was bonded to season two, the show now I think has just officially been like christened up. It's damn good.
It is.
Damn good. And it keeps getting better.
Well, and it's amazing to me how, like, every single episode, well, first of all, Roma Roth is the queen of cliffhangers.
Yeah, yeah. She
But
knows what she's doing.
she does. And every single episode leaves you going, oh my God, why do I have to wait a whole week to watch the next
I
one?
know. I know.
Don't do this to me.
Me too.
Yeah.
And that's so fun. And it's got to be super fun for fans of the show.
Oh my God.
I mean,
And
torturous, but exciting.
torturous but exciting. No, but
Yeah.
that waiting and that wanting for it is part of it, right? And
yeah.
yeah.
And we still get to do the everybody's used to binging. And,
Yes.
But I'm becoming more and more. Look, I'm a pretty forward tech guy for my whole life, video game guy, computers, sporty nerd, if you will. I'm starting to really miss some of our antiquated systems like watching television.
Yeah.
It's still a beautiful thing. It's a wonderful way to take in media. It's a wonderful thing to look forward to it throughout your week.
Mm-hmm.
I think it makes weeks better.
Yep.
It makes certain days during the week better, of course. And what a wonderful thing for people to sit down and watch at a set time. Get your food, get your popcorn, sit down. It's like so traditional, but it's so, I hope it never permanently leaves.
Me too. It's such a ritual for people, right? Like
Yeah.
this is my Sunday night routine. This is what I'm so pumped to watch this Sunday night show, right?
Yes.
Totally. I know.
I'm
And
sorry people have to wait, but I love that you have to wait.
I know. My sister lives in the States and she can't watch it till the fall, and she's bumming hard, but I told her it's absolutely worth the wait. So
Oh, nice, nice. Keep spreading the good word. We appreciate you.
yeah. So what are your hopes for Rob as we move forward?
Oh yeah, poor Rob, man. I hope
I know.
fella figures it out. I mean, that heartache is so deep. It's so deep. Like that's a hard thing to prepare for and consider.
Mm-hmm.
It's like worst fears. And so, in saying that, I hope Rob finds the love again, so he can complete his heart in a different and new way to become
Mm-hmm.
whole again. And that is going to come through reconciling his differences and issues with his son, and also finding love to come in and help become whole. And I think Rob will help whoever he matches up with. We'll see how the show continues to go.
Yeah.
Maybe it's
Well,
Jane, maybe
if it's
not.
Jane.
Yeah, he sure is giving her a hard time. Like he's not ready. But
It's that
I really hope
fear.
he gets there. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. It was it's awesome to see that Rob and Cal have sort of become confidants, bros now, right? And it's nice that, and they have a shared experience, right? So
Yeah, I think season one, we I don't think we quite said it to each other, but once we had a nice scene together, and I think it was the final episode of season one, Rob and Cal, and we both essentially said at the same time, I wanted this. It makes sense for our characters to bond and grow, and we're buds, so we get along well. So it's like, let's get out there and crush this scene. Let's be as great as we can be, and help each other get to where we need to go. And yeah, it's been really nice to see that. And every once in a while I see a post saying Rob and Cal are my new favorite duo. That warms my heart, because it's all like, it's so new and you want people to like everything, and if they're getting those vibes, that's good, because they on paper and on screen now they're good buds.
yeah. The show does such a good job too with like diversity, and I love the indigenous perspectives that are part of the narrative, and like that's just it. Just there's very few shows like Sullivan's Crossing on TV nowadays, so that's something to be proud of for sure.
Oh yes, absolutely. I love seeing Andrea and Tom portray their characters and their indigenous backgrounds, and there's plenty of times these days where you can tell it's forced, tell it's not authentic, and then you got these two people lifting words off the paper in wonderful ways, and it feels so grounded and so true and so authentic. And that's because while it's still a show, it is. And then you just feel the value in being let in to their culture, even if it's through a few words here. Different types of ceremonies, different types of practices, different philosophies, and it's rich. It's really rich.
It is, yeah. It's just one of the many things that make the show so good, right?
Yeah, and then you got my TV sister's character with she's person of color, as they call us these days.
Yes.
Race, what not these days?
Yes.
But I was thinking the other day, I'm like, I haven't even thought about how they're an interracial couple. It hasn't even crossed my mind. I haven't seen it anywhere in the chats about it, and it's like, isn't that wonderful? These are just two people trying to figure out whether they belong together.
It's awesome. Yeah. Hopefully she finds out what she needs in New York and
I know. Yeah,
comes back.
Yeah. And Rob's he's trying to support her. You could tell he's keeping his words short. It's like, I got you. I support you. Okay. That's what you want.
But that's been good to see too. Yeah. Like, I know this probably is a bad idea, but I'm going to be the supportive brother, right?
Exactly.
Oh my goodness. So how do you balance both your careers?
Well, it's not easy, but it's great.
Yeah.
I'm so thankful to be able to do both over the years. And right now, I'm not at the game studio for the last few months. There's been a little layoff, but it's in between projects, and they should be ramping things up. Actually, I should find out in June sometimes, actually. But the extra space has been really nice. I've been able to prepare more for shows. I've been able to feel a little less stress and ready to rock a little more. But when I'm working both, it's like it really is a blessing. I got there's a wonderful owner at the company, Norma, who is always open to me saying, hey, I gotta bugger off for a while here, or this popped up unexpectedly. And the first one was with a movie, Donner Dad and the Tractor, and I had to ask for like something like 15 or 20 days off, and she was like, Norma, can I have the time off? Like, yes.
That's good. That's incredible.
Yeah, so sometimes the workload is overflowing, but overall, like I am lucky to be able to balance two careers like this. I'm very lucky.
Yeah. And it's so convenient that Sullivan's Crossing films pretty much right in your backyard.
Yep, exactly. The diner's a 10-minute walk from me.
That is amazing. Who can say that as an actor, right?
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. I've been blessed.
Yeah. Do you have any other exciting projects coming up?
Yeah. We got a show I'm in called King and Pawn that just went to the Trailer Park Boys network.
That's awesome.
So it's a goofy, fun comedy. I get to work with lots of people I love on that show. Because I was so busy, I actually said no to that show at first, but we worked out a few things, and thank God they were patient with me, and we figured it out. And I'm so glad I'm a part of this show. We've done 3 seasons now of King and Pawn, and I love the Trailer Park Boys. So the fact that we're on their network is so fun for me, man. It's so fun.
Yeah.
What else? We got a nice movie I filmed recently called Dancing on the Elephant. I play a nurse at an old folks home.
Nice.
A couple lovely ladies are there and just figuring out life in their golden years. And the nurse and the not patient, what are they called? Clients? I don't know. The people there.
Yeah.
Dynamic. Yeah. It's really nice. There's lots of wonderful actors in that too. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Sounds good.
And
yeah,
a few nice things coming out, and looking forward to quite a few things. I just did a fun Hallmark too. It was my first Hallmark.
Oh, did you?
Had a blast. Yeah, my brain got twisted because we saw this fake snow for a few weeks, but it's like it's almost summer now. But yeah, that one's called. I don't know if I'm supposed to say it yet.
Oh, we'll be on the lookout for it.
Yeah, be on the lookout for it. But they're really excited about it. I can tell you that much.
Yeah.
People, and it was a lot of fun to shoot.
I bet. Yeah, those movies are so great too, right? Yeah. Very wholesome and a lot of fun. Yeah.
Oh, I got to play a goofy, lighthearted, fun character, and I do have a lot of fun in that. And I like playing up comedy. I love comedy with my comedy background. So
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I actually interviewed Jesus Trejo, the comedian. So that was a lot of fun. Yeah.
He probably had you laughing.
He did. So if you could give an aspiring actor some advice, what would you say?
Oh, yeah. Aspiring actor advice. The cliche stuff, reach for the stars, follow your dreams, believe in yourself. You have to put a very serious effort on working hard. Every audition is an opportunity to get better, even if you're not a match for the role. Focus on putting your best foot forward. That role might not be right for you that you auditioned for, but they might love your approach, your attempt, your effort. So always put your best foot forward. It's really easy to get a little jaded in this industry and question things. You got to do your best to not be cynical and have an open mind and an open heart and welcome all opportunity. And it's a really important thing is to find out if you're any good. A lot of people just hop in and think that they want to do it, and then they hop in there, and it's a whole different ball game. And auditioning is different than being on set too. You might have a great audition and you're on set and things are different. You got to be really malleable and ask great questions. But speaking of like finding out, like wanting to do something and finding out you're not good, I just got a voice acting agent recently. And my first auditions, things were good and I got a nice demo reel. But then, the first auditions, I was like I got a lot of work to do. I got to get better at this. And talk about kind of assuming you'd be right in the pocket. And it's like, I'm about a 3 out of 10 of where I need to be. So you got to put in the work.
Yeah, well, it's true, especially in acting, right? And be resilient and persevere, right? For sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I could talk about that stuff forever. I could talk about anything forever.
Oh, I would. Okay, so don't give too much away, but fans are dying to know. Oh. Are Cal and Maggie ending on a positive note this season? What can you share?
Oh man. It's try to
not much, eh?
I wouldn't call it positive. I wouldn't call it negative.
Okay.
Boy, is it a surprise.
All right. That's good. I like to hear that.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Surprises are good.
Roma knows what she's doing.
And it's always great. And it's so hard to be upset about it because it's like, it's done so well, right? Yeah. Well, how can fans follow you and check out what's going on with your career?
Yeah. I'm fairly active on Instagram.
Okay.
Yep. So I think I'm just Reid Price there.
Perfect.
Usually,
yeah. Right? Who gets their name like that?
Apparently, I was in line on day one. My Twitter, I believe it's Reid_Price.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think that's the main ways to get a hold of me. And I like interacting. I don't have enough followers where I'm very overwhelmed. So I stay active and try to reach out and engage. And it's a treat for me to hear how much people love the show and ask questions and things like that. So if anybody's listening, go ahead and follow me and feel free to tweet me.
I'm sure you'll get some tweets. Tweet at me. Is it tweet at me now? I don't know. Yeah. Is it X now? X me now?
Yeah, X. But there's no word for Xing. Oh, you really messed that up.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, I just want to say you were so super humble and awesome. And thank you so much for meeting with me today. I really appreciate it.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Yes,
yeah.
I hope people enjoy the chat.
Yes. That is awesome. Thanks so much, Reid. Best of luck in everything. And
yes, thanks for supporting the show and
always
writing about it. We appreciate you.
Sounds good. Okay, take care of yourself.